The impact that Halo 3 had on my life cannot be understated. It's a game that not only defined a generation, but also helped shape the landscape of modern gaming. I've been thinking about this a lot in light of the recent announcement regarding 343 Industries and their rebranding to Halo Studios. Today, I just really wanted to take a few minutes to talk about my fond memories of Halo 3, as well as 343's time as the keepers of this franchise and what I believe is in store for the future.
I know you. Your past. Your future.
It's so funny because I can still remember clear as day how excited we all were for the release of Halo 3 back in the fall of 2007. I was in 9th grade at the time. Midnight launches were still very popular, and I remember standing outside my local GameStop with my friends, anxiously waiting for our copies of the game, knowing full well that we had school the next day.
This is the Super Sucklord out here on the corner of 44th and 5th Avenue here in New York City for the midnight release of Halo 3. We're going to dive into this crowd here and get a little sense about what this whole scene is all about.
This was truly an event. People were going crazy for that collector's edition that came with the Master Chief's helmet. Everybody was talking about how big this game was going to be, and the game's marketing campaign tied to that "Finish the Fight" tagline was nothing short of epic. Finally having the copy of the game in hand, I was so happy. I had no idea in that moment just how important this game would be. Halo 3's campaign was phenomenal. Halo 1 and 2 set the stage, building an epic universe filled with rich lore and unforgettable characters.
No way. A Spartan? For real? You better not be. Oh man, he's here.
Where did you find him?
Napping. Out back.
I'll bet. It's good to see you, Chief.
Likewise, ma'am.
Let's get
Halo
this.
3 really did bring the Master Chief trilogy to a wonderful conclusion. It's still, to this day, one of my favorite trilogies in gaming history. I still remember going to school in the following days, anxious to see my friends just to talk to them about how far they had gotten in the campaign and what they thought about it. It was truly a special time. I'd be remiss, however, not to mention Halo 3's multiplayer, which is arguably the most important competitive multiplayer experience that I've ever had. Halo 3 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 are in a constant battle for that title. I poured hundreds if not thousands of hours into both of these games, and it just made me a fan of competitive multiplayer games, which still holds true to this day. Halo 3's multiplayer ultimately changed my life. It's the game that made me obsessed with competitive gaming. I have very fond memories of this website back in the day that was called Game Battles. Its function was to host leagues and tournaments for players of many different games, but Halo 3 was our introduction to it. We were so obsessed with this game that we went online looking for others with that same passion. Our group of friends would join tournaments, coordinate times to practice, and we spent so much time after school trying to be the best that we could be. Major League Gaming was a huge phenomenon back then, and it had a huge presence on YouTube.
You know what time it is? It's the Major League Gaming ESPN Top 10. I'm Chris Bucket, and we're starting off with number 10 with Exile Beatdown here on Avalanche. Check him out with the sniper. 1 bullet double kill, 2 for the triple, and 3 for the overkill extermination. Check it out one more time. 3 bullets, 4 dead red bodies.
All of the best teams would post their matches on here with professional commentary, and it was all just so exciting to us. Ogre 1, Ogre 2, Strong Side, Walshy, Fear Itself, Snipe Down. My friends and I would watch those guys play all the time. We would analyze their gameplay and just try to get to their level.
They could mount the comeback. Pistola trying to run him down. He's going to pick up the beatdown on Cloud. The Lunchbox's shield just came back. Pistola hears the grenades coming. He's going to have to wait. It's only a 9-second game now with 13 seconds left on the clock. Pistola clutching it once again, and final boss erupts on the main stage.
This game became a legitimate esport, and it was amazing to see the community come together, rallying behind their favorite teams and players. Not only that, but this was also the era of YouTube where people would post montages of their favorite clips. I taught myself how to capture gameplay and edit videos just for this purpose, and I deeply regret not saving all of those videos somewhere. Mostly just because it would be so cool to watch those today, since I know I made those with a passion that I rarely have for other games. Halo 3 gave us years of joy and entertainment, but unfortunately, all things eventually fade. We later got Bungie's last game in this universe, Halo Reach. Some of my friends and I came back to play it, but we knew right away that the magic of Halo 3 would be near impossible to duplicate. 343 Industries took over the Halo franchise soon after, and in the following years, we would go on to get Halo 4, Halo 5 Guardians, and Halo Infinite. With each main entry in the franchise, I come back hoping to relive something resembling that experience again, and it makes me kinda sad that it hasn't happened just yet. I don't want to make it sound like I hate these later games, because I really don't, but there's no denying that the magic of Bungie's trilogy has not been matched. Halo Infinite's launch was not well received. Content drops have been slow and unimpressive to a wide audience. The studio has unfortunately been part of the gaming industry's recent layoffs, and until very recently, the future of Halo has been somewhat uncertain. But now we have news, and now we know that 343 Industries is rebranding as Halo Studios. The studio is now hiring once again, it seems. They're moving their development efforts to Unreal Engine 5. Multiple Halo projects have been confirmed, and the reception to this announcement has been mixed for the most part. It's not confirmed what Halo Studios is currently working on, but it's safe to assume that the next mainline entry is coming, along with something else, maybe a remake of their earlier titles, or it could be something else entirely. I truly do want to be hopeful for the future of Halo since it holds such a special place in my heart, but the studio's track record has honestly not been the best. I don't like to have a negative outlook on this hobby that I enjoy so much, but I do believe that criticism should be made when it's due. So I guess for now, I think we'll just have to wait to see what they're doing with these announced projects. I have a feeling that we're gonna probably see one in the next couple of years, at least a trailer. But whenever that announcement comes, I'll be excited to see what they're working on. With that being said, what are some of your fond memories of Halo? And what do you think about this recent announcement from the newly named Halo Studios? I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are on this, and I'll be sure to keep watching closely. Anyways, feel free to subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and thank you all for watching today. I truly appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.